Alright. Alright, I think it's good. Just need to make sure everything's working. I decided I'm not even gonna wait to start the stream. I'm just starting it because I'm bored. I just need to set everything real quick. Go. I'm gonna start an ad on Twitch so people don't get with ads. Alright, I think we're good. Okay. Alright, I'm just going in. I want to do I'm gonna start off with just a regular game in Sarabamba. But yeah, I think I'll just do that. Alright, let's go, Dolores. Go, go, go! Fuck. Come on, Mary Jane.
No.
Oh fuck, I did not mean to do that. You know what, I'm gonna leave both of them behind. Fuck you, Timmy. Get back! Alright, forget. I'm gonna try and get an ending that I don't already have. I'm just trying to get random achievements right now. So I think I've gotten half the achievements so far. It's a pretty good start though, I'd say. I think I'll narrate it. At least the two of us made it, if only we had a smaller house and less slippery floors. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We'll have to ration it strictly. Oh wait, now I got water. Okay. We'll have to ration it strictly. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. We wish we could just leave. Sitting down here with barely anything to do is driving us crazy. Let me turn on that. Ooh, oh my god, that's fine. We can take care of ourselves. Life is hard for us. Oh my god, I need to read this right. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. Alright, no, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go out. We keep finding spiders everywhere. Ooh, wait, holy shit. That'd be crazy if she became immune. Nope, okay. Rip. So I had to give us with bare hands. For bare hands, feet, and whatever body parts we use for lethal anti-spider attacks. Unfortunately, we underestimated their chances. They're really fast. All we achieved was getting tired. Maybe we'll have more luck next time. A group of doctors knocked on our door today, requesting some supplies that would be helpful in refilling their first aid kits. We didn't doubt they were the real deal for a second. They did have lab coats and everything. Shall we help them? Hell no. What is this scam? They're not even real doctors. No way we're giving these crooks anything. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Mary Jane keeps fanning. I think they can last like one more day. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Dolores wants to, okay, I need to give them water. Damn, they're not even hungry yet. Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss, so when a single brick fell out from the wall revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by the terrible stench. We should probably check that hole out and see what the source of that smell is. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, so either they're gonna get sick or we're gonna find something awesome. I don't like the sound of that. Okay, well, okay, okay, I think it's fine. Okay, good. They're just hungry, right? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let me read this, though. We looked into the hole feeling something might come at us with claws, fangs, feathers, mutilated, sharp body parts, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into the can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an attempt can. What am I saying? We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Jeez. We stumbled upon a weird signal when changing radio frequencies. We're pretty sure that We're pretty sure that behind the layers of static and terrible static and screams. I'll get better at this eventually. We could hear a voice. A voice speaking in a foreign language. Oh dear, what if it's the Soviets? We should probably listen to it, but what about the children? Yes, we can listen to it. We're relieved at first when we figured out it wasn't the Soviets we heard. Turned out it was the Canadians, which isn't that much better. Either way, they're foreigners and we couldn't understand what they were saying. Not a word. How disappointing. Here, I'll feed them. Playing with matches is never a good idea. And doing so in a tiny underground shelter is probably even lower on the good ideas scale. A few matches later, and we ended up with flames licking up one of the walls. Time is short. We need to put it out and save our supplies. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Fuck, dude. I'll save the radio. The medkit's useful, but I'll save the radio. That sucks, though. What do you mean, Dolores? You want to eat something? I just fed you. What do you mean you're hungry? I just fed you. Whatever. All right. We need our source of information. We went for the radio first and were able to grab it before it was engulfed by flames. Unfortunately, other supplies wasn't so lucky. We need to evaluate our losses. I'll wait, like, until the next time I feed both of them. We didn't think we'd get a chance to increase our food supplies by simply playing a card game, but that's what we were offered by a man who knocked on our door today. 2 cans of food. We win, we get his 2 cans. We lose, we give him our 2 cans. Are we going to do it? Hell no, I don't even have cards. Yelling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that to set the kids? We need supplies, but we're not getting them like that. We'd sooner rob someone. We sent that man away. Good riddance. Alright, I'm gonna prepare an expedition today. Today during breakfast, we were startled when our map slid off the wall. We checked the notes holding it, but they were all firmly in place. It could be a poltergeist, but maybe we need to perform an exorcism to get rid of it. Anyway, in the wall behind the map we discovered some sort of safe. We're curious as to what treasure might be inside. Shall we open it? Hell yeah. Dude, I don't care how risky it is. Oh, ooh! Ooh, suitcase. I'm not sure how or why, but the map decided to slide off the wall. But we're lucky it happened. Inside the LC safe we found some supplies. Yeah, I'm gonna feed both of them. I'm sending Mary Jane with the gas mask, the map, and a padlock. Because why the hell not? Hopefully we don't need those. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked up in here, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Aye, aye, Captain. Good news, the government made a radio broadcast about extracting survivors from our area. The announcer asked everyone listening to wait a while longer and expect further communication in a few days. Yippee, how are you doing, Dolores? Okay, you're perfectly fine. There's an armed and dangerous woman outside. Fortunately, she's out of ammo. She tells us she hunts the wild beasts of the waste, and right now she's on a trail of a giant mutated spider. We're pretty sure she's lost her mind. What are you gonna do with that spider, lady? Put it on a leash? She promises that if we help her, she will return the favor another day. Well, I ain't got no bullets. An armed person who murders things for a living? Giant mutated spiders? In our neighborhood? We don't want to have anything to do with this stuff. Goodbye, lady. The wasteland is full of surprises. Look at this man on the other side of our door, knocking and claiming that he is willing to offer a lot for decent ammunition. Shall we trade? I don't have no fucking ammo. I'm not giving you a checkerboard. I think that's the twins. We could tell the stranger was disappointed, but that was none of our business. If there ever was a time to get used to life being disappointing, the end of the world is probably it. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. No, she will. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop. Yet here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be the public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go answer it? Yeah, sure, why not? When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Alright, I do need to do that, though. Let's gather around the radio. The more we know about what's going the more we know about what's going on outside, the better for us. Let's gather around the radio and see if we can tune in to the station. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, how did you break that? Oh, damn it. Something blew up inside the radio and the wretched thing caught on fire. We were able to put it out, but it doesn't work anymore. Fuck. We need medical. Yes. Yes. Thank you. I really hope I don't need bug spray, though. What do you know? Combining American innovation and deadly bug spray can result in just enough drugs to replenish an empty first aid kit. We'll worry about the side effects later. We had to test our drugs on someone, obviously. Sorry, we had to test our drugs on someone. Obviously, the adults had to be the lab rats for science. Mutated rodents are attacking our supplies. So, we're not sure if they're rats, feral bunnies, or just mutated hamsters. All these options are pretty grim. We could use spare ammunition or something else to get rid of every one of these pests. Yes. Oh my god, she's back. Dude, it took her forever. And she broke the fucking mat. Dude, what did she even bring? Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we're still on top of the food chain. Good for us. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning the shelter from the surface. Our house wasn't the only one to suffer. Most of our neighborhood was destroyed by the blast. The street was completely covered with piles of rubble, chunks of walls and roof tiles. A rare passerby and a gas mask can occasionally be seen in the distance scavenging for supplies. We found a refrigerator in the middle of our neighbor's lawn. Even without electricity, the light inside was on. It contained quite a few soup cans and surprisingly a brown fedora. It wasn't edible. We tried. A band of kids was playing war in the nearby ruins. They had plenty of real guns and ammunition. It was very encouraging to see that kids are making the best of this terrible, terrible situation. They even shared some ammunition with us. Okay, so that's... Okay, we got some ammo, food, and water. Shortly after we ventured in the wasteland, we found an open safe, half buried in the irradiated ground. It was a bit glowy, but it did contain a supply of water. We decided to secure the box with our padlock and collect bottles on our way back to the shelter. Damn it, we really like that suitcase. Well, it's gone now. Damn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. Our map really took a beating during our expedition. It's nearly unusable now. We spotted some sort of vehicle just down the street, but you couldn't get a good enough look at it in the dark. Maybe future expeditions will prove more fruitful. Well, we're not going to go one in a while without a gas mask. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Mary Jane is really tired. Really tired, thirsty. Okay, they can wait. Oh, can't use the radio. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Here, I'll feed them. I'll give them food and water tomorrow. They're fine. We played a game of list things you hate the most, and our neighbor's name kept coming up for some reason. That reminded us that the little weasel had a safe in his living room. We always wondered what's inside. Maybe now's the time to finally find out. But who will do the honors of stealing possessions of our arch nemesis? You got that, Dolores. We decided to we marched to Ned's house and found the safe cracked open by the blast. Most of its contents were destroyed, but we still salvaged something out of it. Ned was nowhere to be found. He likely perished in radioactive agony. All told, it was a good day. Alright. I'll feed him. Yesterday during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell I don't think I need to... We learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism, and it has left Dolores sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling Mary Jane a little. No. Mary Jane made a real scene complaining that Dolores would never be happy even if both of her children became president, won Nobel Prizes, and simultaneously became the first people on the moon. Dolores begs to differ. She says she would be at least a little content in this scenario. Yeah, how it says they're hungry despite the fact they literally just fed them. We're closed off in a tiny shelter and our supplies are very limited. If you want to survive, it's time for desperate measures. Maybe there's a group of elderly people hiding in the ruins of the local retirement home. They must have some supplies, and in our opinion, we need them more. The well-being of your family is the most important thing in the world, right? Robbing innocent people? Absolutely not. We are not savages. We cannot stoop that low. It's important to keep our values, even in these troubled times. Especially in these troubled times. Let's set a shining example and leave these poor people alone. Okay. Mary Jane didn't utter a single word today. This is very odd. Maybe someone should find out what's going on with her. Why not? Who's knocking? Nothing solves problems better than an honest conversation over a hot beverage. We don't have the latter, but talking alone seems to do the trick. Dolores would really love to eat something. Oh wait, I don't have to read that. What do you mean you're starving, dude? I just fed you. Whatever. Okay, she's probably tired. Whatever. I'll just keep in mind I did it on day 23. Oh, actually, okay, she's just there. Okay, I'm not gonna freaking do that. That's fine. We were about to go to sleep when we heard someone knocking on our door. Who could it be at this hour? Who could it be in this part of the wasteland? How the hell did they survive the nuke? Yeah, why not? Nope, and she got sick. Opening that hatch was a bit risky. It gave us some awful sickness. That coughing is driving us crazy. Dude, did they ding dong ditch us, bro? A young lady, all dressed in white, has visited us today, requesting our aid. Wasting no time, she laid out a plan of what she said is a bandit camp where she claims her twin brother is being held. Yeah, why not? Seems like the young man was witless enough to challenge the biggest bandit leader to a sword fight, and now his sister is very worried. The woman quickly called a group of friends, and we set out for what turned out to be a successful mission. Finding the lost twin brother wasn't a problem. He was hanging on top of some antenna next to the fence, trying to escape. In his duel with the bandit leader, he lost a hand, but the group quickly tended to his injuries and he'll be just fine. The siblings thanked us 100 times and said they would definitely contact us again. I'm gonna do this again, just to reset them. I think I'll do that too. Traveling salesman paid us a visit today. He introduced himself as Willie. Apparently business can do well even in the end of the world. Even after the end of the world. No, that's not a good deal. The salesman was very friendly, but he didn't have anything that was of interest to us. We were discussing plans for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered they came from a small group of ragged survivors. They were sorry when they and we weren't surprised when they requested aid. They asked us to provide anything we could, water, food, or medical supplies. What am I looking at? Yeah, I'll give them food, why not? Our visitors had problems finding enough words to express their gratitude. Many tears were shed, smiles and hugs exchanged, and they wished us all the best. It's a great feeling to be helping someone out. They left soon after to seek shelter in the ruins of our town. We hope they make it out there. Sometimes a sudden urge to play an instrument takes over us, to create beautiful sounds to be shared with the world around us, to sing and play, and have cute mutated animals come for our feet and listen, like a post-apocalyptic Snow White. Shall we? Absolutely. Be careful what you wish for. After a few minutes of playing, a small group of mutated cockroaches jumped out of the cracks in our walls and started moving to the rhythm of the song. They ran around in circles and shook their little antennae. It would be adorable if they weren't so disgusting. What are we supposed to do with them now? Origins quite hungry. Okay, I think it's fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Funky roaches haven't really left us. To be fair, they aren't causing that much trouble. They even seem relatively friendly and curious. Just this morning, when we opened our eyes, we saw them standing in a perfect line right in front of us, as if they're waiting for something. Absolutely. And they're gone. If you can't beat them, join them. We figured the roaches are craving more of our music, so we fulfilled their unspoken request. They started joyfully prancing around again, creating fun shapes on the floor, and then all of a sudden they left all in one line. We thought the show was over, but they soon came back in a group, carrying supplies on their strong mutated backs. Insane. Looks like we made some new friends. Disgusting mutated radioactive friends. Hell yeah. Okay, the last one more day. Open in the name of freedom, came a shout from outside the door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it. It was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduces themselves like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? Hell yeah. Oh my god, they gave us a gun. Opening the door revealed a group of armed teenagers, possibly high school students. Contrary to what we expected, they were very friendly and requested to know if we've seen any Reds nearby. We couldn't help them. When they found out we were not armed, they were kind enough to leave us a spare rifle. We asked who they were, and all they said was Wolverines. I'm gonna feed them too, just cause. A sleazy looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag. I want the cat. I want the cat. I want the cat. I don't even care. I'm not reading it. I want the cat. This gives the cat. Kitty! As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says Sherikov. Is that its name? The cat's been staring intently at her supplies all day. Its ears are piercing. You can practically feel the tension rising in our shelter as well as the sense of danger. This must be how cats communicate. That it's time to eat. Should we share supplies? Hell yeah. I'm running out of food though. I'm gonna prepare an expedition just because we really need it. I'll let you drink. You know what? Harmonica, why not? I suppose there wasn't an event that day. The siblings have visited us today. I don't have a map. They told us they're searching the town for a safe place that would do well as a possible camp. So far, their group has been living in a tent, but they're picking up more wastelanders every day and they simply don't have enough space. They mentioned that a map of the neighborhood could be very helpful in their situation. Well, I don't have one. Yeah, I just don't have one. If we had a map, we would definitely share it with them. We apologized and sent them on their way. We woke up to a dripping sound and noticed something leaking from the pipes. That green liquid looked innocent enough. Even after it ate through the table and the chair on the floor, patching up that pipe is probably a good idea. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Wait, that made her mutant? I didn't know it could do that. Holy shit, I gotta keep that in mind. Holy shit, that's so useful. What? We couldn't figure it out, so we just assumed that that's what a regular pipe would do in the event of a nuclear apocalypse and decided to ignore it. We've been feeling a bit funny today, though. Probably no connection to the pipe. None whatsoever. What the hell? Mary Jane went to bed her normal self, and now she's all mutated. Oh, Mary Jane, what happened to you? Some food today? Okay. Sheriff Cobb's stole a fresh addition to other families. Keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, we just today noticed something else on its collar. It seems to be a metal plate with an address. It's not far. Should we take a quick trip to see what's there? We grabbed our new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the waste, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras, and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they've been looking for it. Apparently it belongs to the dear old Nan, who loves it dearly. Before we could utter a word, they took Sherikov, thanked us, and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. She gets hungry often, dude. Some door-to-door salesman found his way to our shelter. Remember him from before the apocalypse? He came over with a bunch of leaflets and tried to convince us to join something called Astro Citizen, but we refused. Now he just wants supplies and he says he will reveal some state secrets to us in return. No, thank you. Oh, thank God she came back, dude. She comes back and is like, what the hell? As a rule, we don't trust door-to-door salesmen, especially ones who attempt treason. We told him to go back to whatever planet he dropped to Earth from. He got angry and stormed off, mumbling something about how our souls are going to be devoured by the alien Lord Yontor. Is that an X or a Y? I think it's a Y. Poor guy, he seemed very confused. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. We were not alone outside the shelter. At first it seemed like the creature stalking us was about to get itself a tasty dinner. To our relief, it turned out to be a friendly monkey. It joined our expedition. While we explored one of the streets, our monkey companion ran away, only to come back moments later carrying a can of food. It couldn't open it himself, but it was happy to share it with us. At one point during our expedition, the monkey started making weird sounds and digging in front of us with a stick. A quick investigation revealed a few bottles of water. No one even tried to open them. The same couldn't be said about those bottles of booze lying next to them. The monkeys took us just outside the town to what seemed like a hidden bunker. It contained some medical supplies. Holy shit, this is a good scavenge. The wasteland can be boring and stressful. A good way to unwind is taking a short break on the side of the road, playing a song or two on the trusty harmonica. Sometimes it attracts nearby survivors, who might even sing together with you, hang out for a bit, and give you a parting gift. How lovely. Dude, holy shit, this is so good. A bunch of radioactive dust got stuck inside our harmonica when we took it outside. Well, it was fun while it lasted. The vehicle down the street looked like someone's work in progress. We observed it from afar. Who could the owner be? We kept our distance for the time being, but we may want to take a closer look in the future. This could potentially be our ticket out of here. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Okay, I mean, they're good for now. Dude, absolutely I'm sitting up Mary Jane. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind her door. We saw a leather suitcase. Absolutely open it, even though this is a horrible idea. Nice. We gladly accepted this sudden gift, and despite our suspicions, it turned out it was just the regular tomato soup that we all know and love. Thank you, kind stranger. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. Okay, they're fine. Here, tomorrow I'll feed them, give them water. Actually, I'll feed Mary Jane. Alright, you got that, Mary Jane. To our surprise, we found Sharkov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpiles of soup cans? Only time will tell. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Yeah, I'll feed you both. A loud crash, a surprise shriek, and a bit of debris fell from our ceiling. Truly a recipe for a good start to the day. As it turns out, Sharkov found a new toy. A bit innocuous wiring that ripped out the wall. Who knows what the cable's for? But our lights are still on, so it can't be that important, right? We should take the wire away from our fluffy friend and investigate it? Absolutely. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burnt-out truck with two surprised gentlemen inside. Surrounded by a ray of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Are they listening in on our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here, and the car had no wheels. Doris complains that she's going to sleep right here. Okay. We're never huge fans of mushrooms. Absolutely not. That is a horrible idea. Who's knocking? We may be hungry, but there are just some things we will never eat. Well, wall fungus is one of them. They ate into spying us and now at the door and want to explain themselves. Absolutely. They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our face and told us they're on a top secret government mission. The wiretap wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat. It's suspected of being a Soviet agent. They're willing to let us into their super top secret government safe house if we help them with some of their top secret missions. They assured us that they'll contact us again with more details. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. Right. You starving? Dude, I just fed you. Here, I'll feed her again, whatever. I don't care. No, we do not need that. That is gonna, like, fucking explode. Welcome back, Mary Jane. We decided to go against going for an expression thing. For all we know, it might be a trap or simply a burnt-out wreck, not worth our time and effort. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Mary Jane Donkey. Okay, she got 2 water, that's it. I'll feed her for that, why not? Dehydrated. I'll wait till, actually no, I'll wait till tomorrow. Nope, don't have that. Yeah. You would expect a nuclear explosion would be enough to quench any petty arguments. When the future is not looking too pretty and all you see is naked walls, not much is necessary for an explosion. It happened. We started fighting like crazy. Enough arguing. There are more important things to worry about. I don't know. You know, this might sound really stupid. When we heard a knock on our door this morning, we held our breath in fear, but we soon heard children's voices coming from outside. We decided to open up. It turned out the voices belonged to a pair of Girl Scouts. They used to sell cookies, but they have branched out into selling other items too. Smart girls. I kind of want a Boy Scout book. I really do want a Boy Scout book. The girls were very kind, and their prices were more than fair, so we gladly accepted their offer. How very clever of them to keep their business alive even after the apocalypse. We're impressed. See, hungry, okay. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents ring in with their next top-secret mission that will surely land us in the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on one successful expedition, write down what we saw in the journal. Absolutely, Mary Jane, you got that. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised to be back with more information soon. We got a visit today from a person with a physical mutation. He managed to go several extra fully operational hands. He shared the story of his group with us. People with other deformities who, despite the circumstances, remain friendly and struggle to gather supplies. Wherever they go, people just shoo them away in fear of getting sick. He promised that if we gift him some supplies, his group will help us get rid of bandits the next time they bother us. Absolutely. Whether it was pity or just fear of bandits, we're not sure, but in the end we agreed to his terms. We will be calmer knowing that someone else is looking out for us, especially someone with so many arms. These are dire circumstances we found ourselves in. Supplies are running low. If we don't take ourselves, nobody will. We know for a fact that our neighbors had a shelter with a broken trap door. There might be some supplies inside. Of course, there's a chance the neighbor and her kids managed to get in there in time. We could really use whatever they have. Oh. Robbing innocent people? Absolutely not. We are not savages. We cannot stoop that low. It's important to keep our values even in these troubled times. Especially in these troubled times. Let's try to set an example and leave these poor people alone. Wait. She's gonna die if I don't give her water. I almost just skipped that. Welcome back. Did she get anything, or is that just like... I don't think she did. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. That recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but they didn't seem to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope these missions are actually worth it. Our bucket is just about due for an upgrade, and we're expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. I'll wait like one day and feed them both. We've been hearing a lot of noise coming from our neighborhood today. Our guess is that there is a zoo escape and the animals just keep stampeding up there. Might be a good chance to hunt some fresh food. You got that, Mary Jane. Too bad we never practiced sharpshooting. Every shot we fired in the direction of those animals looked like two-headed cows. What a miss. Was a miss. Let's hope we'll be on target next time. I'll just feed both of them. We were sure we'd look through our supplies carefully, but remember, Mary Jane spotted something that all of us missed: a seed, a plant seed. We should plant and see what happens. Oh yeah, absolutely. We have enough water for that. Mary Jane doesn't need to drink anymore. Here goes nothing. Soil, seeds, water. We'll see what happens in a few days' time. Let's just hope those seeds don't turn into some useless flower. Mary Jane seems optimistic enough. Ooh, I need a... Okay. This is not a good idea. But I really need a map for the... Actually, no I don't. No I don't. I don't need a map. What am I talking about? I don't want the twins ending. I need a radio, though. Despite his desperate attempt to sell us all kinds of things, useless and not, we turned down the man's offer. It's probably for the better. He did look quite untrustworthy. Okay, I'll wait one day. Yeah, twin siblings. If we had a map, we would definitely share it with them. We apologize and sent them on their way. Starving. Clearly we're just... Ah, fuck. Yeah, I need that. I can't. She's gonna die tomorrow if I don't do that. Fuck. Clearly we're just right enough had a license mission as the agents came back from another quest. We are to generously provide either a couple of soup cans, or some water bottles for an agent in the field. Take care of the delivery. In return, we give an encouraging pat in the back and promise for a better future. I don't have it, man. We're not giving them anything, at least not this time. Not this time. I'm gonna send Mary Jane out because I need something. Sharkov seems to be fond of her checkerboard. It's its favorite game. Its favorite game during stretches of extreme boredom and silence in the shelters, pushing checker pieces off the table as it gazes intently at whoever happens to be sitting the closest. The sound of checkers hitting the floor every 10 seconds is getting on her nerves. Yes, let him play with checkers, come on. Did he break the fucking board? Shara really went to town on this poor checkerboard. It ate several pieces and scratched the board. It's basically unplayable now. Guess it's back to rock, paper, scissors, atom bomb. That's really a terror now. Alright, Mary Jane, please carry me. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Oh my god, and he just broke the checkerboard. Are you fucking kidding me? Should have read that, but whatever. And look, she's crazy. She's crazy. Oh, she's not crazy. What the fuck is that? Feed me. Boredom can really get to you in the shelter. We can lead you to dark places. Trust us. I'll wait one day. Every day to wake up to Coronavirus plant trying to eat you. That's how our day started. Curse Mary Jane's plant and gardening ambitions we had. Need to get rid of it. Okay. Bug spray offense is the best defense. Die, you plant immune. Die. Shh. Phew, that was pretty terrifying. We should probably stick to soup cans instead of growing anything. The climate is definitely not suitable for any serious gardening. God, I don't have it. Please. Bit shaky. Suppose us have a new home. Secret door. Where does it lead? No idea. Light. Flashlight. Water. We have enough water. We inspected every corner of the room and found nothing. Well, what a waste of time. Alright, whatever. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Deck of cards. Soup. 2 things of water. Alright, good. Please come back. Okay, I don't think she was followed, right? Yeah, she was not followed. Oh, I'll do that because the more water the better. Just in case they show up again. As a making the trade, the man packed his things into a wheelbarrow and departed. Before leaving, he uttered something about bandit activity nearby and how dangerous the area is. Yep. I'll just feed both of them. Arjun is restless and lonely. She really misses your music lessons. So, you know, he just muttered about bandits, but why not? Shit, Mary Jane, you got that. Look at you. Oh, God, she's gonna be gone multiple days. And he's promised to be extra careful. Hopefully this little trip lifts her spirits. Like I said, though, looking at her, she's fine. Nope. Yep. There you go, buddy. Wait, why'd they take the soup? I gave them water. What? Wait, why did they take the soup? I gave them water. Yeah, please. Oh, don't starve to death, please. What the fuck? What? I would say, how did I accidentally click on soup? But, like, that required, like, 4 cans. Right. I'm just skipping ahead. What? Oh, she's not starving anymore. Actually, I'm not gonna send them outside, because they could come soon. Alright, please rescue us. Mary Jane is looking very good. She hasn't eaten in a while. I don't care. Just give us food. Why did it take the food? What the fuck? I'm so confused. Unhappy. Water should be was. Blah blah blah. Dude, please give us food. I hear her knocking. Please. Oh my god, please. What the fuck? Giant mutated crocodile. Oh, okay, please, please, please. Yes! Yes! And they both didn't die. Holy shit. Let's go. We were taken out of our home in the dark of night and hastily transported to what the agents called a presidential bunker. It's amazing. Sure, the walls are a similar shade of gray, but now we have a whopping 20 square feet more to walk around while we die of boredom. The extra bucket and newspaper surely is nothing to sneeze at either. Oh no, it's definitely an upgrade. Life here will surely be worth all the trouble we went through. Finally, we can sit relax and let somebody else empty the bucket for a change. Hell yeah. You survived, maybe. Dude, I got fucking worried near the end. I was like, oh shit. I might do like one more challenge and then end stream. I want to go look. I want to go look though, because I was like 99% sure I gave her food, or him food. Yeah, I gave them water. Why did it take food? Yeah, I looked back, dude. I looked back in the VOD. Look at this. Like I gave them water. I gave them water. And then we go the next day, and then it just takes food. Like, what? Like, what? Why did it do that? That is so weird. I've never seen that before. Let's see what challenges there are. 99 days? Hell no. Don't lose the dog. This one's funny. Yeah, where do you even access skins? Because I got toy skin for the. Okay, so how do I enable that? Because I need to figure out how to do that. Let me look this up real quick. Oh, okay. So I need to do it in game. Okay. I think I'll just end it here. I think that was a good little playthrough.